What's up, my fellow beasts? Your boy Bad Beast here, back with another combo video, and we're doing the Ninja Turtles this time, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, as usual guys, we're going to start off with the character power. Now let me first begin by saying, I think if you want a different turtle to play as in the game, it may depend on the gear you select. I'm not 100% sure about that yet, but it seems like the default is Leonardo. I think, like I said, if you want to play as a different one, it may depend on the gear that you acquire. So let's just go ahead and get into it as if this is the default. Your character power is Donnie, Raphael, and Michelangelo. So when you use these, you're just going to press circle regularly for Donatello, and then forward and circle for Raphael, back and circle for Michelangelo. So when you use circle alone, Donnie will come out and hit him with his staff, and they'll bounce up into the air like that. So when you use it, you can actually use these in combos, and it's really useful. You can see it bounces them like that. You could put it in a combo or something, maybe use special moves. It's pretty useful for that. You can put it in a bunch of different stuff, so you can see how well that could be used. If you use forward and circle, it's Raphael, and he just throws his size, and it can be used really well for zoning and stuff like that. If you just want to hit someone with his size from afar, you can do that, or if you want to use it at the end of a combo, you can also do that. But I think Raphael's size are more useful for zoning and hitting people when they're far away, something like that. Now when you use back in circle, it's Michelangelo. He comes in on his skateboard and hits him with a low attack, and then comes back and high fives. It's pretty cool. I like what they've done with the Ninja Turtles so far. So it's pretty fun to use them. They have a lot of different stuff and combos that you can chain together. So I'll show you right here. If you chain a combo into Michelangelo, just press back in circle after any combo. He'll come in and hit him like that. It's a good way to end a combo and kind of chain something together to do a little extra damage. So yeah, they're pretty useful. Alright, next we have the special moves, and first we're starting off with turtling, guys. This is just down, back, square. If you hold it, he'll keep it up. Now, I'm not real sure as to the usefulness of this special ability. I know that it has to do with projectiles. If they shoot something at you, I'll show you here real quick. If they shoot something at you, he will just kind of do a backflip and avoid it, which is fine and everything, but it doesn't really do anything, especially if you meter burn it, as that I've seen. You use a meter and he'll just do a backflip. I haven't seen any recovery or anything. Let's go ahead and get hurt so I can kind of show you here. It's a good for dodge, I guess, if you're just going to use that to dodge things. Come on, hurt me a little more, Joker. It's good to dodge things, I guess, if you're going to use it for that. But when you use it, he just kind of dodges. Come on. He just dodges, and if you use a super meter with it, it doesn't do anything extra. See, it just kind of does a backflip with a super meter. Maybe you guys can tell me what that does. I read the ability. It doesn't seem to say that it does anything, but I guess if you just want to use it for dodging, it's good for that. So I guess that's just how you have to use it. Next we have shredded. This is just back forward triangle, back forward Y for the Xbox. When you use this, guys, this is probably one of my favorite of his special abilities. Now you can't, it's kind of hard to chain this into any big combo because the startup's kind of long, but I'm sure you can put it into something. It just would have to be a little more elaborate and complex, but you can kind of chain it into something if you would like to. It's cool. It's a cool move. Does a decent amount of damage, but I would just kind of use it at the end of smaller combos if you're trying to use it for something like that. If you meter burn it, he'll do a few extra hits and kind of slam them into the ground, does some extra damage. So you can see that it's pretty useful for that. Additionally, we have Boshi Slice, guys. This is just down, back, triangle, down, back, Y for the Xbox. When you use this, he kind of does an uppercut with one of his swords and does a backflip. If you meter burn it, he'll have one of the turtles come in and kick them while they're in the air. You can use this in certain combos. It's kind of useful to do a little bit more damage if you want to meter burn it right after, or if you want to catch them while they're coming down from a jump or something like that, you can do that as well. So it's pretty useful to use for a combo ender. I wouldn't really necessarily say it's great for huge complex combos, but that's kind of just my opinion. I'm sure you could put it into something if you like it. Now this move is pretty cool. It's Shellicopter. It's back forward X, back forward A for the Xbox. This kind of reminds me of Kano from Mortal Kombat. If you guys know Mortal Kombat, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. When you press it, he just flies across the screen in his shell and hits them like so. If you meter burn it, he'll grab him by the feet and just kind of throw him around and start, you know, it does a pretty good amount of damage if you do that. If you hold forward while you meter burn it, he'll throw him forward. If you leave it alone when you meter burn it, he'll throw him backwards. So if you want to do that and kind of put it in a combo, this is really useful for almost any combo, and it can add a really good amount of damage to it on top of that. So this move is really good to use when you're far away or when you just want to add a little bit more to the end of your combo to get a little extra damage. Additionally, we have Bombshell, guys. This is just down back X, down back A for the Xbox. If you hold back or hold forward during it, you will go close if you're holding back, and you will go farther when you're going forward. So let me show you what I mean here. When you do regular Bombshell, it does about a little bit of a jump forward with it. If you want to go farther while you're standing far away, just hold forward while you're doing it like so, and he will jump further. If you're close to your opponent and you want to do it while closer, just hold back and he will do it like so. So let's say you're close up on your opponent and you do it regularly, he'll kind of jump over them and not hit them. But if you do it while you're close up and hold back, he will jump closer and hit them like so. And if you're farther back and you just do normal, he won't hit them because he doesn't jump far enough. But if you hold forward and do it, he will jump farther when you hit them like so. Also, when you meter burn this attack, he will bounce them up into the air. So when you use this and meter burn it, he'll bounce them up. You can put some combos into this. It's kind of tough right after you get up because it kind of has to be something quick if you want to do anything like that. But you can chain something into this if you so want to and use a meter to do so. The last special ability we'll be talking about is Crank Tang. This is done in the air, down back X, down back A for the Xbox, while in the air. So you press this while you're in the air and he will come down and do an attack like that. Kind of kick him a few times, send him flying. If you meter burn it, he'll have one of the turtles come out and finish him off with a kick to send him flying across the air for his little extra damage. This is pretty useful to put in some combos, guys. If you can get something off, like when you use Donatello and send him across the screen flying, you can use this in the air to do a little extra damage like so. It's pretty useful to catch them while they're jumping or catch them while you've sent them flying across the screen or something like that. It is a good combo ender for almost any situation. Alright, now like usual, guys, I'm going to show you how to chain a super move into a combo. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this to make this do a little bit more damage, and a couple ways you can do it to make it longer and a little more elaborate. If you want the simple way, just use stick together, which is back square triangle, or back XY for the Xbox, and then use shell shock, and it will connect like so. The next way you can do it is kind of borrowing a little bit from our big combo, which I will show you next. But if you want to use this to do a little extra damage and also use your super move, you can do that to maybe kind of end a fight, or if you just want to use the super move and not worry about much else, you can use it this way. So you're going to use Secret of the Ooze, which is forward triangle square, and that's forward YX for the Xbox. You're going to use Donnie, which is just circle right after Secret of the Ooze, and then Blade Bash, which is forward X. So you're going to bounce them up, and once you've bounced them up with Blade Bash, you're going to use reverse heal. So I'm going to show you kind of in a sequence. This is Secret of the Ooze, just forward triangle square, and then we use Secret of the Ooze with Donnie. He'll bounce them up like so. Then you're going to use Secret of the Ooze with Donnie into Blade Bash like so. And then when you use reverse heal after Blade Bash, it will look all like this. Reverse heal, and then once you do reverse heal, you're going to land and immediately use the superpower, and it will activate it all together. So it's going to look like this. Alright, now starting off with the combo, guys. Let me first say there are a ton of different combos you can learn to chain in these. I'm going to just show you a couple that I know of, and I'll kind of give you a foundation that if you want, you can kind of just figure out a bunch of different stuff for yourself. If you kind of fool around with it, I am sure you will find something really cool. But the first thing you're going to use is Secret of the Ooze, just forward triangle square, forward Y X for the Xbox, and it looks like that. After Secret of the Ooze, you're going to have Donnie come out and bash them onto the ground to send them flying up in the air so you can do the next part of the combo. Keep in mind, guys, this is kind of a short combo and it only uses 1 meter, but it does do a decent amount of damage for only using 1 meter. So let's go ahead and show you what Donnie looks like after Secret of the Ooze. So you're just going to bounce him up like so. Directly after Donnie, you're going to use Ninja Kick, which is back X, looks like this, back A for the Xbox. It's going to bounce him across the screen. So when you do it on the combo together, it looks like this. Right after Ninja Kick, you're going to use Reverse Heal, which is just jumping and pressing X. Jumping and pressing A for the Xbox. Once you use it all in the combo, it looks like this. So to wrap up the end of the combo, guys, you're going to use Krang Tang and Meter Burn it. And when you Meter Burn it, it's going to, cap this whole thing off. After you use Reverse Heal, make sure that you directly use Reverse Heal, then Krang Tang. I'll show you like this, so that way it connects right after the Reverse Heal and you get the maximum amount of damage you can. So when you put it in the full combo, it's going to look like this. So like I said, guys, there's a lot of different versions that you can use with this. It's pretty crazy, all the things that you can do. Shellicopter does a little bit more damage than Krang Tang does, but I think Krang Tang is a little bit easier to connect with. So when you put it all in the combo, it's going to look like this. And for the last version of this, guys, we're going to end it with Boshi Slice. Now, like I said, you can end this with a number of different things, and you could probably even add a combo after Reverse Heal if you'd like. It's kind of hard to connect with, that's why I didn't really show any combos with Reverse Heal, but I'm sure if you practice it enough and you really want to make it longer and maybe make it do a little bit more damage, I'm sure you can figure out something to connect with it. But for the last version of this, we're just going to add Boshi Slice to the end, and I'll show you it looks like this. So that's it for the Ninja Turtles, guys. There's a lot of stuff you can do with them. I might even do a part 2 video if I find even more things that I can use with them. But it's been fun. I hope it helped you out. And if it did, a like would really help me out, and I'd appreciate it a lot. If you guys want to see more tutorial videos and other things I'll be doing in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything. I will see you next time, and remember, as always, stay beastly, my friends.